Football is a 20th century technological struggle.
And what I seen was this whole raft of people a-setting on these two banks and looking at one another across this pretty little green cow pasture.
Football has hitting, clipping, spearing, blocking, punting, late hitting, unnecessary roughness, and personal fouls.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Stanley County Monday Night Football. Charles Curcio, Stanley News and Press, Brian Carter, Carter Video Services here again tonight at R.N. Jeffrey Stadium as the North Stanley Comets, the champions of the Yadkin Valley Conference, will take on the Forest Hills Yellow Jackets. And Brian, it could not be a better night for football.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's warm. It's a lot better than it was last week when it was like freezing.
Like freezing? It wasn't like freezing. It was freezing.
And you told me it's like you didn't bring your gloves. I told you.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's a balmy, probably 75 degrees.
I'd say it was probably in the upper 80s a little earlier today, but it is now much nicer, probably around, like you said, low to mid 70s.
And the Comets are ready to make their entrance.
And this is a game that took place, of course, because South Stanley is in quarantine. So the Forest Hills Yellow Jackets, 2-4 on the season, come to North Stanley for the first time since 2012. And I looked up some of the series stats. Forest Hills is 22-5 lifetime against the North Stanley Comets and have won the last 17 times these two teams have played. And they have not played since 2012 when it was a conference game in the Rocky River Conference when North Stanley was in 2A, and they'll be going back to 2A. Of course, that was a 52-7 win for the Jackets.
Forest Hills. Number one.
Let's see, they're waiting for the coin toss.
So Forest Hills has lost their last two games in a row. They lost to Mount Pleasant 39-12, and then a non-conference game because they couldn't play Anson, 14-0 home loss. I think it was Cat, to Mitchell. And they were shut out earlier this season by West Stanley, 21-0. Coming into the game, starting quarterback Jaden McDougal. He wears number 3, has 455 passing yards in 5 games, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and one of their freshmen has really stepped up, and that is number 34, Jordan Bennett, the 5'10", 190-pound freshman. So North Stanley has deferred on the toss. Forest Hills will get the ball to start the game. And, of course, on the defensive side, Caden Smith is a freshman and leads Forest Hills in tackles with 41. And Dakota Potter has 3.5 sacks. Now flipping over to North Stanley, of course, Luke Shaver we saw last week with a big night in the win against Northmore. He's got 602 passing yards this season, 6 touchdowns, only 1 interception, 39 of 64 overall. And his main target, Mr. Cooper Hogan, number 13, of course. 12 catches, 247 yards, 2 touchdowns. And also junior Stephon Harris with 191 reception yards on 9 catches with 2 touchdowns as well. Hogan is also a standout on defense. He leads the Comets with 55 tackles. Malik Bryant, a junior, wears number 57, has 39 tackles. And Aiden Carpenter, a junior, wears number 7, 33 tackles. North Stanley will be out without one of their top players tonight. That's J.P. Porter. Porter is out tonight. He's got bronchitis and will not be able to play. But he is sitting up here next to us, high atop the press box here at R.N. Jeffrey Stadium.
Oh, yeah, did not want to miss the game.
So another win for Forest Hills would make them 3-4 on the season, and obviously I think would kind of improve their standing in terms of trying to get into the postseason. Obviously tonight, as we're taping this, West Stanley and Mount Pleasant are playing for the Rocky River Conference Championship. Here come the Comets. And Anson sitting at number 3, but if they're still on quarantine, they will not be able to play. So there's still a lot to play for tonight for the Jackets.
Yeah, Charles, it's been a very fluid season right now. It's like week to week. Sometimes we don't know where we're going to be or what the protocol is going to be.
Well, and you're absolutely right about that. And the thing is we've all had to try to adjust to a new norm. And they need to fix the clock at the moment because there's 22 minutes. I don't think we want to play 22-minute quarters. We might be here all night.
I don't think so.
But seriously, though, these kids, you know, so many times this season, Brian, I've gone up to these kids, and the joy in their hearts and in their faces just playing this game. It's hard to kind of put into words sometimes how important the game is for the kids just to stay connected to the school and stay connected to, like JP told me last week, it's a brotherhood.
Well, I think it's great for the whole community, the whole county, and for every football team in North Carolina to be out here playing.
Mac Barfield, excuse me, yes, you are absolutely right. Mac Barfield is kicking off. Deep for the Jackets includes number 18, Ja Coffey. North Stanley, Forest Hills, first time since 2012. Let's roll. Going to be taken by number 6, Ross Smith. Smith, he makes a nice cut. Hurdles Macaulay Roach. A penalty marker comes flying in from the referee.
What an effort.
He actually found some daylight, but it closed up kind of quickly. But then let's see what the penalty marker is.
And let's check that penalty as the umpire drops the ball.
Brought down 31-yard line.
I believe that is probably going to go against Forest Hills for a block in the back.
That's what
it is an illegal block in the back, and that's exactly what it is.
So that negated that.
So it negated a good return. Smith got the ball to the 30-yard line, but that penalty will mark it all the way back to the 10. Starting quarterback, of course, is number 3, Jaden McDougal, 5'10", 168-pound junior. From the pistol set.
Oh,
and from behind, very quickly, I believe that might have been Isaiah McCall, number 28.
Yeah, he was Johnny on the spot on that play.
Ball carrier.
I sniffed it out real quick,
Didn't
Charles.
catch a number on the ball carrier. It might have been 1, but I'm not 100% sure.
Stafford on the run.
It was number 1, Ahmad Stafford.
Isaiah McCall.
So Stafford loses 3 yards and will make it 2nd down and 13. Gets the ball again and gives a little more room this time up the middle. McCall again is right there on the stop.
Not much there, maybe about
They got about
yards.
5 yards, so it's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and about 7.
Barber.
And I think Barber might have also been on the stop for North.
Oh, yeah, the North defense stepping up here early in the game.
3rd down and 7, just underway.
10:42 to go in this first quarter.
3 wide receivers now. It was going to be trips right now. We'll go to what we used to call the old run and shoot offense, 4 wide. Now a little motion, and before that we have a penalty marker, and I believe somebody on the line might have moved, and it's going to be a false start.
Yep, against the Hornets. Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Jackets. Salisbury is the Hornets. Forest Hills is the Yellow Jackets. Don't get your insect wrong now. Come on.
I've been bitten by a number of those, and I should know better.
3rd and 12.
Well, you know what my high school mascot was?
What was that?
It was the Yellow Jackets.
Oh,
Hayesville Yellow Jackets. You got that right. 3rd and 12 now. Little motion this time. Almost moved early.
Is it back to pass?
Waiting. He just.
Oh,
the ball is out. And I think they're going to call it are they going to give it an arm motion for
Yeah, recovered by number 78.
It's an incomplete
Yellow
pass.
Jackets.
No, it's going to be an incomplete pass.
Okay.
And it'll bring up 4th down.
12.
Actually, they really didn't have a chance to get the fumble because number 78, that's Brian Smith, was right on top of it anyway. But nonetheless, it keeps the Jackets pinned deep, and number 80, Trip Arant, is going to have to try to punt this one right standing just about at the back line.
Well, do you expect a rush here?
And the danger, not with the dangerous Cooper Hogan standing at the Jacket 40.
Oh, yeah, that's a threat.
You probably want to see, North will probably try to set up a return, but Forest Hill's using one of those spread punt formations. So not much pressure. It's a short punt, very high. As we saw last week, a lot of teams are kicking away from Hogan, and this one's going to get down at the 39, so a 31-yard punt that time.
That's about the best the Yellow Jackets could do right there. Keep away from Hogan. Got a good roll bounce for him.
So with 9 minutes and 51 seconds left in the opening quarter, North Stanley has tremendously good field possession to start this game. Number 11, Luke Shaver, of course. Is the quarterback. He's got Kyrie Dykes, and Kyrie gets the opening handoff, and whoa, as he hits a wall.
Yeah, a wall.
Named Caden Smith, number 21, as we talked about, the freshman. Talked about that in the intro.
Great effort.
So
Tackle made by Caden Smith.
So Dykes had nowhere to run, but they're going to give him a yard on that. And a little short pass this time is complete to Clayton Shue, but Shue's going to lose yardage. There's also a penalty marker down. Smith again on the tackle, but let's see what the penalty marker is. Forest Hills is very quick on the outside, and West Stanley was able to keep the ball between the tackles and play ball possession game. This one is going against North for a hold. So they lost yards on the play and then are going to lose even more now on this holding call, but they'll at least get the down back. First penalty of the game against the Comets moves the ball back into North territory to the 48. It'll make it second down at about 23. Looking to throw again now. Shaver over the middle, complete to Roach. Roach has got some of the penalty yards back. He'll go down right at the 40. And it'll bring up 3rd and 10.
And the fans are loving it.
Well, it's one of those things, though, Brian. You know, you don't want, when you have to get that many yards, you just want to get as much as you can on that first bite of the apple, so the second bite's not quite as big.
True.
And now 3rd and 11 for the Comets. 9 minutes left in this opening quarter.
Shaver and shotgun.
Trips left again. Dykes is still in the backfield. Stunt up front for Forest Hills. Oh, and it works. Some pressure on Shaver. He rolls out to his right. Now flings, looking for Shue, and he's out of. He caught it, but he was out of bounds. And it'll bring up 4th down.
So what do you do here, Charles? I mean, early in the game, go for it.
I think you play it safe and you punt the ball deep. And that's exactly as Lucas comes out to punt, number 8. I just think it's a safer. You know, you've got field position. Keep the Jackets pinned, and because your defense played well on that first drive, and just play the field position game. It's too early to kind of take some chances. Everybody's got these unusual punt formations. Now we have North Stanley with trips right and 2 to the left and only 3 on the line. Left-footed punt, very high. It's got a backspin on it. Let's see what it does at the goal line. Oh, this is going to be a beautiful punt. Downed it by number 42, Clay Hatley. Hatley downed it right at the 2-yard line, maybe.
At the 3-yard line.
So Lucas couldn't have
he couldn't have kicked that.
He couldn't have walked it down there better. But it was that backspin. He had that little backspin on it, and that's what it's sort of like a golfer's shot. When you hit it beyond the hole, but that backspin brings it back. So the Jackets will take over with 8:40 left in the opening quarter. 3 wide receivers this time, 2 to the far side. The freshman is in the backfield. And the quarterback keeps it, and he's going nowhere. And
nowhere.
That may be a safety.
Could be. Oh,
And it is a safety.
53 on the play there.
Number 52 actually
52,
was Zion
actually.
Good. Zion Good with the sack.
Quarterback Ross Smith is tackled in the end zone for a safety.
So with 8 minutes, 34 seconds left, the Comets score 2 goals like it's a soccer match and lead 2-0. And we'll be back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Back on Stanley County Monday Night Football, Charles Curcio, Stanley News and Press, Brian Carter, Carter Video Services. So North Stanley starts with a safety. I believe that's one. I believe they've had a couple of safeties this year.
Major
There's at least
kudos
one
to
of them. That
the
other one that I
defense.
remember
Yeah.
might have been one against. If it was, I think it might have been South Davidson. I'm trying to remember now. North Stanley, of course, 5-0 this season. Have already claimed the Yadkin Valley Conference
Smith,
title.
Stephon Harris deep to receive.
Short kick.
Going to be taken at the 43-yard line by Cam Smith. And Smith's going to go out of bounds inside jacket territory around the
Smith,
43.
ball carry,
Yeah, put North Stanley in good field position.
43. Your comments will take over 1st and 10.
So for the second straight time, actually, Brian, North Stanley will start with their drive. Will kick off in jacket territory. Dykes is still in at running back. And he's going to get the carry, looking for a little room. Not much there.
Yeah. Picked up about 3.
Several jackets in there. Among them, of course, I think it was number 28, Jason Cole, I saw. They'll give him about 2. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
Kyrie Dykes, the ball
North Stanley, of course, working without a huddle. We'll go trips right this time on 2nd down. Under 8 minutes left. 2-0. Sounds more like a hockey score.
Great.
Now Shue will come in motion. And Dykes again off the right side, off tackle. He'll get down to about the 37. And
Number 21 said, I got the ball.
Caden Smith came up with the football, but I think it was after the play, of course.
Yeah.
But he got the tackle. He has been on several, and now we have an injured Comet. Eli Smith, number 54, is down.
tackle made by
And grabbing the back of his leg could be cramps. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back on Stanley County Monday Night Football.
Injury timeout.
Back on Stanley County Monday Night Football, coming off under his own power, is Eli Smith, the senior offensive lineman, hobbling. We'll keep an eye on that and see if he comes back in the game. Right now, it's 3rd down and about 4, a long 4 for the Comets at the 36. Wanting to throw. And it's right for Shue, and what a great catch at the 5-yard line.
Wow, what a catch.
Terrific play by Clayton Shue. I don't know how he saw that one going backwards, but he did.
21, Clayton Shue.
A terrific play all the way down to the 5.
1st and goal from the 5.
So it'll be 1st and goal. A 31-yard pitch and catch from Shaver to Shue.
Quick to the line.
And before that, we have
I think maybe
a false, either a false start or a timeout. And it's going to be a false start.
Oh,
Somebody moved on the line.
a little anxious there on the comment.
Well, the umpire came in immediately to call that. So it'll be first and goal from the 10-yard line now.
5-yard.
Second penalty, of the game for North Stanley. Have had some balance between run pass. Now Dyke straight up the middle, and he's going to hit a wall of Jackets at about the 7.
A plethora of Jackets.
Yeah. There it is. He gets paid for every time he uses that word.
I get royalty checks everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, Webster's called. They want their word back. Second and goal now from the 7. North Stanley really in the driver's seat right now, leading 2-0, and in the red zone once again. Or actually for the first time in this game. They punted their way into points with their defense. Forest Hill's not rushing a lot. Straight off the left side this time.
Not much there, a couple of yards.
He pushed the pile, down inside to about the 2. So he got about 5 yards. It was a second effort, I think, that made the difference. That'll bring up third now and goal at the 2. And it may be my imagination, but I think Forest Hills just brought in a much larger package. Three big old kids just came in there and got on the line.
So they're trying to run it down the middle.
And North Stanley goes with a diamond formation to the near side with Shaver under center. Oh, he fumbles the football.
Snap.
Oh, it's still being fought for. It's not.
I'm in on it. There's nobody got the ball yet.
It looks like it's between the legs of one Comet.
Yeah.
And I don't. North Stanley may not come up with this one. This is Forest Hill's ball. Shaver just never got a shot at it.
And that was number 73.
I'm going to say it was 73, Jake Mullis with the recovery.
Yeah, he's going to get some kudos from his teammates. Great play.
Well, that's one of those things, Brian. They don't go under center that much, so it's a different it's a different kind of play. It's a different kind of activity, and obviously,
the quarterback in the center, they have to be on the same page.
You have to be on the same page, but there's a physical difference there. Do you know what I mean? It's as opposed to the playing from the pistol set or shotgun even. Getting under center, you have to get that exchange, and you could see Shaver on the sideline a little frustrated, obviously, with himself. So the Jackets have the ball, 1st and 10 now. Ball resting at about the 3 or 4 yard line.
Going to the air.
And over the head of his target, he was looking for Jamilan Blakeney.
Number 34, that might be taunting.
And I think that is going to be taunting. Junior Hill
can't do
made the indication that he made the play. But that's going to give the Jackets some much-needed real estate. So it should put the ball about the 19-yard line if my math works.
15-yarder.
And so the Jackets get a little room to breathe. First and 10 for the Jackets with 5:08 left in the opening quarter. North Stanley with a safety leading 2-0. McDougal back to pass. He's got pressure. Little screen pass is complete to Stafford. Stafford's got some room to run. 40, 45, and out of bounds right at the midfield stripe.
Tremendous run.
And there is a penalty marker down around the 43.
We've seen this before. It could negate this run.
Is it going to negate the run, or it's against Forest Hills? They've already indicated that.
Blocking the back, holding.
So it's holding, but it'll depend on the spot. It's going to depend on the spot, really, as to how it affects things. Ball's at the 37. So it's actually going to be a first down. There's actually no effect on the play. on the penalty, and it's just 1st and 10 for the Jackets now at the 33, excuse me. Pass this time complete over the middle.
Oh,
Washington's got room to run, and he is down at the 25. Ooh, the ball came out, but he was already down by contact.
Number 7, Christian Washington on the reception.
I thought Yellow Jackets are on the move, Charles.
They certainly are. 2 quick plays, and they're down to the North Stanley 26-yard line after a gain on that play of 41 yards. This Forest Hills team may be young, but they have got some talented players. No doubt about it.
That's for darn sure.
Yep. The freshman is going to get the ball straight up the middle. He's got room to run. He is gone. Touchdown Jackets. There are no flags down.
I called the defense off guard.
Number 34, Jordan Bennett.
Number 34, Jordan Bennett.
With 4 minutes and 11 seconds left, we got a good one right now. Jackets lead by the odd score of 6-2, which still sounds like a soccer match.
It definitely does.
Trip errant for the point after. Left-footed kicker.
Let's see, and tackle the extra point.
McDougal will hold. And kind of a sort of a stunned silence over on the North Stanley sideline.
I know,
honestly,
they didn't figure on this.
After the defense played so well on getting that safety, suddenly a penalty.
But the Yellow Jackets are really stepping up.
And 2 big plays. Forest Hills has stepped up. This extra point's off the upright, no good. 4:11 left, opening quarter.
Yeah,
Forest Hills 6, North Stanley 2.
Your score now, Forest Hills 6.
We're back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Charles Curcio, Brian Carter. 6-2 is our score. Forest Hills answers the safety with a long touchdown drive. Short kickoff heading out of bounds. We'll go out of bounds around the 37. You see a lot of teams doing short kickoffs now. And
so we'll see what Shaver and company can do here.
And we were just talking with some of the Forest Hills folks up here with us that the kicker errant is actually a baseball player, and this is his first year playing football. Three wide receivers to the near side for North Stanley, this time on first down. Dykes is still in the backfield. And a little play action now. Looking near side, caught, first down.
Wow.
Nice play by 34. That's Junior Hill.
Shaver's pass is complete to number 34.
And they'll mark it down to the Forest Hills 43.
Made by number 6.
That's a 19-yard gain and a first down, and it gives Junior the opportunity to make up a little bit for that 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct he got on defense the last drive.
Shaver's been very accurate here. .340 to go in this quarter.
Trips left this time. Forest Hills showing some very good discipline, not biting on the snap count so far. 53 made the tackle that time on Dykes, and that is Aiden Smith.
And number 21 of the Yellow Jackets had his hand in on it too.
It's Caden Smith again. Caden Smith has been everywhere in this game defensively. That's a loss of a yard to bring up second down and 11. And right now, Shaver is 3 of 4 for 62 yards. But on the ground, North Stanley only has 13 yards on 7 carries. So you may see North Stanley try to go to the air a little more here. Forest Hills is not bringing a lot of pressure with that three-man front. It's more like a 3-5, just waiting for the run. Cam Smith this time gets the carry, and Smith will get down to the 41, maybe 3 yards. It's still going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, we have a flag down.
North Stanley has 3 different backs, and this is against North Stanley just by the reaction of Shaver.
Cam Smith, the ball
Yeah,
carrier.
I think it's probably going to be another holding call against the Comets.
That's one thing the Comets going to work on. Is those
An
penalties.
illegal block in the back, actually, which is, I mean, you know, same difference as holding, but nonetheless. Penalties are starting to mount a little bit for North in this game. That's 3 against them.
That's got to concern Coach Crisco.
Well, mark the ball down to the North 47.
Holding on your comments.
So it'll make it 2nd down and about 20.
Shaver going to go to the air.
Shaver to the air, complete to Smith. Smith
Wide open.
got the going to get the first down. Yes, he is. He's going to get down the sideline. 1 man to beat. Touchdown, North Stanley Comets.
And there you go. And no flags for the
We don't see. Wait a minute. No, there is one.
Uh-oh.
There is one on the far side of the field. I just saw by the reaction. Yeah, it's sitting at the 30-yard line.
Let's check that flag.
There are flags on the play.
Plural flags.
So it wipes away a 53-yard touchdown pass. I was looking down. Did you see the call?
Blindside.
Personal.
It was a blindside
foul.
block. Okay, so
And the
That's a
official,
15-yard penalty.
about
Yeah, that's
his
a-
decision on that.
going to be a 15-yard penalty against the Comets.
Very flagrant.
So this will put the ball at the Forest Hills 46. So it'll make it 2nd down and 13 with 2:16 left in the opening quarter.
After the
Like you said, penalties are really mounting up for the Comets.
2nd and 12.
That's 5 penalties against the Comets for 59 yards right now in this first quarter. Forest Hills 3 penalties, 25 yards. Smith on 2nd down trying to get to what was the original line of scrimmage. He's going to come up a little short, and it'll still be 3rd and long.
Ball carrier. Tackle made by number 5,
He'll get maybe a yard,
Flavian Smith.
and it'll bring him 3rd down and about 12. It'll be interesting to see how much pressure, obviously a passing down for North Stanley. We'll see how much pressure Forest Hills brings from there. They're running sort of a 3-5 defense, but you have 3 down linemen, but they're blitzing from different angles. They will rush 5.
Oh, a lot of pressure
Looking
on
for
Shaver.
Stephen Harris. He's got it at the 15.
Oh, you're kidding me.
And that ball was actually, it looked like it might have even been deflected. It came out sort of fluttering, and it looked like it might have been underthrown, but it was absolutely on target.
On target. And Shaver was under tremendous pressure.
Big play in this game, a 31-yard reception that time. That puts Shaver over the 100-yard mark for passing.
Wow.
And it puts the Comets for the 2nd time in this quarter in the red zone. Now Christian Barber is in the backfield as running back for North Stanley. And he's going to get the carry. Gets past 1.
Oh, he's over there on the outside.
Did he get in? No signal.
Tremendous effort, though.
Your ball carrier, Christian Barber, picks up 9, bring up 2nd and 1.
So it'll be 2nd and 1 at the 5. And what I was going to say earlier, Brian, is there are 3 running backs that North Stanley will use in this game, and he is number 3, Christian Barber. Barber straight forward, puts his shoulders down. Oh, he's not going to get in,
No,
maybe
he
got
is
2
denied.
more yards, but it will be a first down, more importantly. So
That'll stop
North
the clock
Stanley
for
will have
45
4
seconds.
chances from inside the 5-yard line. Ball is, the clock is stopped, now runs with 45 seconds left
First down.
in this opening quarter.
Goal.
So North Stanley was in this position just a few minutes ago, but fumbled on the goal line. Let's see what the Comets can come up with now. As Shaver barks the signals. It's Barber, nice cut to the left, back to his right, end zone, touchdown, North Stanley Comets.
Number 28, Christian Barber.
Oh, a nice run that time. Went this way, went that way, and scored.
So the Comets answer with 19 seconds to go, almost 20 seconds to go in this first quarter. Let's see if they can tack on the extra point.
Mac Barfield for the point after. Out of the hold of Chance Blake, the backup quarterback. Barfield's got a good leg. And 2 colored shoes. Kick is up, and that
Two-tone,
kick
and that is
good. 19 point, is that a 5 or a 9? 19.9 seconds left. Back and forth we go. It's now 8 to...
Is no good.
Is no good.
Is no good.
Huh.
He must have kicked it wide.
Yeah.
19.8 seconds left. 9 seconds left. It's 8 to 6 in favor of the Comets.
We'll be right back.
Back on Stanley County Monday Night Football, Charles Curcio alongside Brian Carter. 19.9 seconds left. 8 to 6 is our rather unusual score. Barfield will put his foot into it, taken at the 16-yard line by Ross Smith. Smith's got some
room.
speed, 45-50, gets past the kicker, and then gets knocked out of bounds right around the North Stanley 30-yard line. Oh, that had 6 points written all over it when he started. North Stanley did a good job to get back and stop it, but
Yeah, no
what
flags.
a return.
Puts the Yellow Jackets in great field position.
And then this is sort of a heavyweight fight. You know, it's sort of jab and counter punch at this point. Ahmad Stafford is the senior running back in the backfield right now for the Jackets. 3 wide receivers. They actually run an offense that's very similar to each other.
They're making this a battle.
Now receiver will come in motion. Fakes to give to him and absolutely going nowhere.
And that was number 8 that sniffed that out.
And that's number 8 is Josh Lucas. And that's the final play of the opening quarter.
Exciting, Charles. Exciting.
Unusual, exciting, and we've got an interesting game tonight. North Stanley 8, Forest Hill 6. We'll be back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Charles Curcio, Brian Carter. What a game we've had. A very interesting one so far.
Oh, yeah. It's excitement.
Forest Hills did not get a very good spot on that particular one, I will tell you. As the ball is resting, they lost almost, well, it was 5 yards. They started at the 30-yard line. I think they're still trying to fix the chains, if I had to guess.
Yeah, there seems to be some
Because did they not start at the North Stanley 30 and they lost? It was marked at the 35.
And they're still discussing where to mark the ball.
While they do that, let's take a quick look at some first quarter stats. Forest Hills had 22 net rushing yards on 5 carries, 2 for 3 through the air for 65 yards, though. And, of course, Jordan Bennett with the 26-yard touchdown. And then on the other side, North Stanley, 29 net yards on 12 carries, but Luke Shaver, 5 of 6 for 115 yards.
He's having a heck of a night, isn't he, Charles?
But penalties has been the big part of this game so far.
That's been the problem.
Nearly 60 yards in penalties for the Comets in the opening quarter. Little swing passes time is complete. Oh, and he lost his
just
footing. He had
tripped
way more real estate in front of him.
To number 8.
And that pass was to Evan Green. And they will mark the ball at the 26. So 9 yards on the gain. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6. Jackets with good starting field position after a terrific kickoff return. Let's see what McDougal and the offense can do. Little motion this time. McDougal's back to throw. Little screen pass being set up. It's picked off by number 42, and he may be gone. Clay Hatley, one man to beat. Touchdown, North Stanley Comets.
Wow, no flags.
He was not fooled on that screen pass one bit, and he jumped on it, and he turned it into a touchdown for the Comets.
He got tipped, and he was Johnny on the spot and got that pick off.
What a play by number 42, the junior 6 foot, 150-pound DB.
Wow.
Fantastic play. Really gives a momentum
How things
boost.
can change on a dime.
That is very true. No
the great thing about football.
No question about it. So I'm going to estimate that it was around the 28-yard line. We're going to make that an 82-yard interception return for a touchdown with 10 minutes and 59 seconds left. Barfield now.
Was he vying for player of the week?
Already, yeah.
Let's see. That one
Extra point is up.
good.
We're waiting for a signal, and this time it is good. 15-6 is our score with 10:59 left in the second. Back on Stanley County Monday Night Football.
Forest Hill 6.
And we're back with Stanley County Monday Night Football with 10:59 to go in this first half. Comets lead 15-6.
Barfield puts his foot into this one. Going to be taken at the 8-yard line. Believed by number 18, that's Ja Coffey. And Coffey gets out to about the 34.
18.
Coffee, how about grab me some at halftime? Would
No,
do
you
that,
don't need it.
Charles?
You don't need it.
Tackle made by number 13.
It's not cold at all. It's beautiful tonight.
It's
Absolutely.
definitely not hot chocolate.
Gorgeous
weather.
weather tonight. No.
This is more like iced tea lemonade.
Or an Arnold Palmer that has both of those. First and 10 for the Jackets now at the 34-yard line.
34.
Keeping it between the tackles this time. Bennett up the middle will get about 4.
Ball carrier number 34.
Bring up second down and 6.
Jordan Bennett.
And we've seen the Jackets strike quickly. That 15-6 lead is not safe.
Oh, by no means. I mean, this game is definitely not in the can for the Comets.
Another Bennett run this time. Gets away from one tackler, and Hogan
Hogan
combines with McCall, I think, at the 42.
Trip him up.
Jordan Bennett, the ball carrier. Tackle made by number 13, Cooper Hogan.
So to bring up third down and about 2. And we have an injured player, and it's the quarterback.
Oh, no, they can't.
Jaden McDougal is down, and then trainers are going out to take a look at him.
Let's see, I think he's hard to say.
We'll take a quick timeout and be back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Back on Stanley County Monday Night Football, as you can see, McDougal going out, being assisted off the field.
Very gingerly.
I did not see what happened on the play, but if you're watching this on YouTube, you can do your own instant replay.
You know, we always talked about instant replay with it, but we don't really need to.
You don't need it. You don't need it now. Evan Green is now in at quarterback for the Jackets. Toss it in. It's a fumble on the play. Forest Hills will recover. He was trying to toss it to Jaquavian Smith.
Ross Smith loses about 3 yards, brings up 4th and 5.
And they lose about 3 yards back to the 40. So it will be a punting situation.
So the Comet defense stands.
North Stanley gets the stop. You always have to watch for fakes in these formations that you see now with punts.
Oh, you never know.
Because that's just a new thing about trying to conceal what punting strategy you're using. Another short kick that's going to make a big bounce for the Jackets inside the 25 down to the 22.
Ah, nice punt. Nice punt by the Jackets.
It's down at the 21-yard line where the Comets will take over.
So Arendt gets a good punt off and pins the Comets deep in their end zone. They haven't really started many drives that deep in this game. 8 minutes, 47 seconds left in the first half. North Stanley leads 15-6. Jackets scored a quick touchdown after the North got that safety. North Stanley put a drive together then, but that big interception by Clay Hatley has really sort of changed the momentum of this game at this point. Dykes on first down, fumble the football, came out from behind him. Shaver picks it up and is going to scoot out of bounds.
Well,
And
it could have been
just
a big
Luke,
big
to
play
use a
for
different first name, was Johnny
Yellow
on the
Jackets.
spot there, because that had disaster written all over it.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 now for the Comets.
Shaver and shotgun.
Gonna pass. Only 3 rushing. Shaver's got time. Now he's going to take off and scoot down around the 27 or 28 yard line. Still going to be third and about 4, maybe 3 or 4.
Shaver on the run.
You got to be impressed by this Yellow Jackets defense, Charles.
Picks up
They have been solid, to say the least. I'll bring up 3rd down and 3. I've talked to Shaver recently about, knowing when to scramble, knowing when to throw the football, and they've been working on. A couple of weeks ago against Albemarle, he was talking about working on trying to control, trying to find someone to run and not just scramble. But that time he scrambled and he got positive yardage and set up North Stanley for a 3rd and short. Now Smith off the right side, first down and a whole lot more.
Smith.
Avoids 2 tacklers, still on his feet, and he's going to get across the 50-yard line. What a run by Cam Smith.
Had about 3 Yellow Jackets on his back. Was able to pick up about 5 more yards.
30.
He had defenders buzzing around him, no pun intended. No pun
Good
intended.
one.
And the Jackets could not stop Cam Smith as the Comets have a first down now at midfield. First and 10 now for the Comets with 3 wide receivers to the far side of the field. Going to be Smith. No, Shaver
keeper.
with the keeper. 45 and out of bounds around the 42.
Luke Shaver, your ball.
That's a shifty play.
Well, they have that sort of option play.
More sauce for the goose, Captain.
Picks up
And a 7-yard gain will bring up 2nd down and 3. And they had, I think, you could tell Forest Hills was used to running backs getting the give there. That's why that play kind of now does not allow the Jackets to just necessarily key on the running back if it's not a pass play. And that's why you run that play, and that's why you have that option play in there as well. Rushing 4 once again. Shaver, he's got a little pressure. Throws complete. Oh, what a hit. Macaulay Roach gets nailed, but he hangs on to the football for a first down.
Macaulay Roach on the reception.
Macaulay took a shoulder right between the shoulder blades.
Shaver's got to have a lot of confidence in the receivers to show the type of passes that he's been doing.
Well, and the idea that they're communicating out there, as he rolls out, they're trying to get open for him if they're not open on the original
Even in
play.
traffic, I mean, he's confident that his receivers can get the ball.
From the 37 of the Jackets, under 8 minutes to play now in the first half. North Stanley leading 15-6, looking for more. Smith has been strong on this drive. They will fake to him, and they'll swing it to Shoe, and he has to pick it up very quickly in case it wasn't an incomplete pass, because some of those, Brian, can be like a lateral, and if that's a lateral, it's a live football.
Oh, yeah.
So right now in the game, Shaver is now 8 of 6 for 122 yards.
Yeah, Shaver's having a real good night so far.
Gonna pass again. Looking for it all for Stephen Harris. And, he was almost a triple move. He made one move, like a little, a little hitch and go. But then he made a little move to the sideline, and Shaver put it right there, but just a little too far out of bounds. Now 3rd down and 10. Now you're going to ask me, if they don't make it, would they go for it? This is a situation I think I would go for it.
Yeah,
it's a little further. So. It's a little further in, and you have the advantage of leading by 9 points, and it's not depending on what happens on this play, the Comets may take a chance on 4th down. Fakes the swing pass. Now looking for Cooper Hogan. He's wide open. He's got it. Touchdown, North Stanley Comets.
Cooper Hogan.
36-yard touchdown. Beautifully designed play, too. Roach sat up short like he was going to get a swing pass, and Hogan just took off a little flag pattern.
Look at the fans. You got all kinds of Hogan's heroes out here.
A beautiful play that time.
Excellent design.
And executed right well, and with 7 minutes and 14 seconds left. Mac Barfield looks to tack on the point after. Low kick. He may have hooked this one to the left.
It's good,
but it's still good nonetheless. 22-6 is the score. 7:14 left in the second quarter.
And we're back here with Stanley County Monday Night Football. The Comets just scored. It's 22-6, 7:14 to go in the first half. Ready for the kickoff, Charles.
Indeed, the momentum of that interception return cannot be understated.
Oh, yeah.
As North Stanley.
That was a beautiful play.
Now this kickoff going to be taken about the 15-yard line.
Got blockers.
Coffey's got some room, and he's going to go down around the 40.
Yeah, Coffey was canned at the 40.
Oh, jeez.
Number 18.
Good return.
Ball marked at the 40-yard line, so decent field position to start for the Jackets. Trailing 22-6 at this point. It's exactly 16 points, so it's a two-possession game right now, 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions.
But, lots of ball game to play here. Lots of game to play. Lots of time.
It's a direct snap this time.
Nope, number 26.
It's Ross Smith on the carry for about 3. And that was 28 was on 26, I'm sorry, McCall. Was a direct snap to Smith. McCaffrey is still not back in.
26, Isaiah McCall.
So it looks like they're going with a wildcat formation. On that first one was a wildcat, it was a direct snap. And now Green is back in at quarterback for the Jackets on 2nd down at 7. Left-handed throw, complete, 1st down and a whole lot more. Oh, he gets past Hogan. McCall saves a touchdown at the 30.
Wow, number 26. I mean, he saved a touchdown.
Elijah McCall saves a touchdown for certain. Blakeney with a great catch down to the North Stanley 30. A 28-yard pitch and catch between Evan Green and the senior 6'7" wide receiver, Jamilin Blakeney.
6'7"?
It's
wow.
There's something to be said for having a tall wide receiver you can throw the ball up to and let him go get it. This pass is almost picked off that time.
Oh, yeah.
Junior Hill had the best shot at it, and he actually sort of flew past it.
Mm-hmm. He had a beat on it, that's for sure. Well, we got 5:43 to go, Charles, in this first half.
Jackets taking their time. Three wide. We'll send 3 wide receivers to the far side of the field. Blakeney is sitting on the sideline. This pass, it's going underthrown. Harris almost. I'll tell you what.
That was anybody's ball.
Harris had a shot at it, and Blakeney both had a shot at it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if Stefan hadn't gotten just a little deflection on it, that looked like a completion, first and goal.
It could have been pick or completion, first and goal. I agree with you.
So now 3rd down and 10.
Let's see if the Comet defense can step up.
McDougal was 3 of 5 for 74 yards earlier. Green now 1 of 3 through the air for 28 yards. Left-handed quarterback will give to Stafford up the middle. Not
Nothing
much going there. McCall with a big tackle,
big
right
tackle
at the
by
27 or 28. So this sets up an interesting decision on 4th and 8. Obviously, the Jackets will go for it.
I would assume so.
4th and 8.
So let's see if the North Stanley defense can hold. 4th and 8 here. 4:53 left. Passes to Blakeney over his head, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
And that pass had left a vapor trail as it went past.
It was very quick.
He threw the daylights out of that ball and just threw it a little too high. So with 4 minutes and 48 seconds left, North gets the ball back. An important stop after
yeah, the Yellow Jackets were really on the move there.
and with the backup quarterback, I was looking for the starting quarterback, McDougal. He is actually standing up on the sidelines. We'll see if he'll be able to return later in this game. 3 wide receivers to the far side. Shaver wants to throw. Steps up, penalty marker down, gets away from one tackler, another tackler. He's got a first down, but and a second penalty marker comes in. And
number 6
either one or the other is going to bring those back. I think that one's a hold and the other's a block in the back.
Yeah, number 6, Yellow Jackets taking Shaver out.
And it takes away what was a 17-yard scramble, as you said, stopped by Ross Smith. But let's see what the decision will be here. So the one hold is, but that hold is accepted.
Yeah, Coach Crisco is going to say something in the locker room at halftime about all these penalties.
And this one is a real killer. It moves the ball back to the 13-yard line. This is one of those times, Brian, when they wanted to take the penalty that was further back, because if they took the one down here, North Stanley would have had better field position. But instead of what had been first and about 7, it's now first and a bunch. Make it first and about 25. So that hold was 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That's what's so bad about those spot fouls now. It's not even the penalty yards that hurt as much as it's compounded with happened where the penalty happened. Once the pass looking incomplete. He threw that one a little earlier than I think he might have wanted because Smith hadn't even turned around yet. Shaver now 7 of 11 for 158 yards. Very quiet on the North Stanley sideline. I think 22-6, but as easily as the Jackets have been moving the football, it just makes one feel like that the Comet fans are, Jackets showing blitz.
And they sniffed
And
that
Smith
out.
is going nowhere this time. Jason Cole, number 28, on the tackle. And they'll mark the ball at the 11, 3rd and 27. Frankly, it's
Smith, tackle made by number 53.
It's 3rd down in Burger King because it's about it feels like it's about the distance to either the McDonald's or the Burger King in town over on Highway 52.
Oh, halftime. You want to go over there and get me a chicken sandwich or something?
Nope.
Be nice.
You'll get nothing like it.
Get nothing. Nothing. No respect.
That's right. Caddyshack, great movie. Shaver looks to throw over the middle, incomplete, through the hands. And took a shot afterwards.
Yeah, number 28,
that was at least
42.
a beat and a half afterwards. That from was Clay Hatley actually.
42, Clay Hatley.
Frustration
intended
on the Comet
receiver.
side, on the side.
And it's going to be a punting situation for Lucas, deep in his own territory. And Ross Smith
Josh Lucas
standing at about the North Stanley 40. 22-6 is the score, 3:46 to play. The Comets are up by 15. Holding penalty, really, and a bad snap. Just does get it off. It looked like an Australian rules football punt.
Takes a
Forest Hills tries to pick it up. Ball's on the deck. North Stanley, I think, has it.
Live ball.
And who made the play? Cooper Hogan.
Cooper Hogan.
That was one
Cooper
time
Hogan,
when the youth of Forest Hills showed there. That is not a football you want to touch under any circumstance. And that turned what was a bad punt into a first down for the Comets. Unbelievable play.
I mean, the Yellow Jackets had everything going for them on that.
They really did. It was a bad punt. It was a bad snap. The Jackets are going to take a timeout. We'll take one as well and be right back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Comets catching a humongous break there after what was a bad snap and a short punt off the side of Lucas's foot.
And who was in on that?
Cooper Hogan got and recovered it when Forest Hills tried to field it. Barber around the left side, not much room there.
Number 28, Christian Barber, the ball carrier, ran out of bounds.
And he might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage and maybe a half a yard more. That's about it.
2nd and 10.
The clock is stopped with 3 minutes, 32 seconds left. Forest Hills has called one of their timeouts. They have 2 remaining. Now Shue will come in motion. Shue gets the carry, trying to turn the corner and cannot.
No.
Ahmad Stafford, what a great play on the outside.
There is a flag down.
And there's a flag down as well. So we'll see what the penalty marker is about.
Shue on the carry, tackle made by number 1.
Good open field tackle for Way by Stafford.
There are flags on the play.
And it is another hold against the Comets.
Wow.
Penalty is on your North Stanley Comets.
And right now, penalties are absolutely wrecking North Stanley's efforts in this game. It's one of those things where you try to imagine what Ball is resting at the 23, we'll say.
I think you're correct.
No, I'm sorry. It's at the I take that back. It's at the 16. Throwing up second down and 21, and another penalty. And I believe Harris may have moved early on the other side, and that's another 5 yards. And if you give me 2 seconds, I'll tell you. I know exactly what you're about to ask. Second down and 26 now. That is the 8th penalty of the game for North Stanley for 90 yards.
Wow.
Fakes to give, now wants to throw. Runs out of real estate and is just going to sneak out of bounds at around the 22-yard line-ish. Actually, we'll mark it at the 20.
Brings up 3rd and 15.
They'll mark it at the 20, a gain of 9, and it will bring up 3rd and about 17. 2.5 minutes left in this game. 90, when you have 90 yards in penalties, Brian, in one quarter, and Forest Hills has had some of their own, but they've only had 3 penalties for 25 yards, and that all came in the first quarter. They haven't had a penalty in this quarter. Shaver has to step up again. 3. The Jackets are getting some kind of rush. That's going to be a first down, and that's a late hit out of bounds.
Ran out of bounds, but there are flags on the play.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's out of bounds at about the 33 or 34.
Yeah, over on the North Stanley sideline, they saw that.
But yes, that was
question. Yep.
Clearly a personal foul, a late hit.
15 yards, first down.
A good beat and a half out of bounds. And they will mark the ball down to the 48.
Penalty was.
So North Stanley gets new life again. First they got the punt back, and now a 15-yard penalty for a late hit. And the Comets, with all 3 timeouts left and 2:35 left, still have a chance to put more points on the board. Fakes to Cooper, and it's going to be the reverse. But Forest Hill's not fooled for 1 second. Junior Hill got maybe back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Fooled me on that one, Charles.
They're going to give him a yard to the 49, but
Ahmad Stafford.
Forest Hills has done the job against North Stanley on the ground. The Comets right now only getting 3.6 yards a carry, 20 carries, only 72 yards. They have 158 yards through the air. Clock running now under 2 minutes. A little high snap this time, no problem for Shaver. Jackets rush 3. Now Shaver will slide, get a couple more yards. It'll still bring up 3rd and long right at the 50-yard line. And North Stanley may have just called timeout. They have. 1:44 left in the first half. Comets call timeout. Back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Charles Curcio, Stanley News and Press, Brian Carter, Carter Video Services.
And we want to give kudos to Stanley Community College, Michelle, Andre, and Mark, and all those good people over there that make this possible.
And Castle Thousands.
Mm-hmm. Definitely not a one-man operation.
Certainly not. Hogan goes in motion on 3rd down. Boy, three men and more pressure. Shaver has to run away from it, but I think he's got a first down to Hogan. If he gave him the catch, they will at the 39.
Ooh,
that was very close to being trapped if it wasn't.
It looked like it was trapped, but, you know.
Comet, first down.
Cooper gets the benefit of the doubt there. Clock is now running with 1:27 to play. North Stanley leading 22-6.
They're ready to put some more points on the board if they can.
Shaver looks this time short to Dykes. Dykes will go down at the 38. Another good open field tackle. This one came from Caden Smith again.
Pass is complete to number 3, Kyrie Dykes. Tackle made by number
North Stanley
21,
quickly to the line, under a minute now.
Smith.
Hogan comes in motion. North Stanley just now does get set. They weren't quite set. Gets out of the way. Pump fakes, trying to find somebody. The Jackets have 8 people back in pass coverage and just not giving Shaver anything to any targets. He gets 7 on the scramble, out of bounds, stops the clock with 39.4 seconds. And it's 3rd and 1. But give the Jackets credit for one thing, that they're only rushing 3. They're still getting enough pressure to push Shaver, either make him roll right or roll left. He's certainly not been able to stand back in the pocket and throw the football. Will rush 4 this time. Shaver steps up again and will sneak out of bounds, and he might have, and almost. That was also very, very close that time. Christian Washington almost got a late hit call there, but he will not. The ball is marked at the 20, and it's a first down with 33.2 seconds left. Again, North Stanley has, it says 2 timeouts. I believe they have 3. Oh, no, they've just called a timeout, so they have 2 left. So they could still go anywhere on the field that they want to.
Fire at will, Captain.
Well, they don't have to worry about trying to get out of bounds necessarily. Long snap count this time. Trying to draw him off and could not. Looking near side. Oh, it's tipped and it's picked off at the goal line by Washington.
Wow.
Excuse me. Stephen Harris actually tipped that one into the air, and Washington picked it off.
Wow, that wasn't part of the game plan.
13, Cooper Hogan.
So picks it off right at the 1-yard line.
Great stop by the Yellow Jackets.
And a very timely stop with only 25 seconds left.
And we got another half a ball game to play.
North Stanley will get the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, you're right, Charles. The Hornets defense are making it very hard on Shaver.
McDougal is back in at quarterback. He will give to straight up the middle to number 34, Bennett. And that will probably be the final play of the first half. And it will be.
34, the ball.
We have reached halftime here at RN Jeffrey Stadium. A wild and wacky first half. We've seen safeties, we've seen tipped balls, we've seen interceptions, we've seen a pick 6, we've seen just about everything.
It's exciting, ladies and gentlemen. Just stay tuned definitely for the second half.
Or fast forward 15 minutes if you're on YouTube.
Well, that's true.
He's Brian Carter. I'm Charles Curcio. Your halftime score, North Stanley 22, Forest Hill 6. We are Stanley County Monday Night Football.
The Stanley Classic Golf Tournament is coming up Friday, April 23rd, and it's a great opportunity to help a great cause. By being a sponsor or sponsoring a team in the tournament, you'll not only get great exposure, but you'll be helping provide that key that opens the door of opportunity for so many Stanley Community College students. To find out more about the Stanley Classic Golf Tournament and how you can sign up as a sponsor or sponsor a team, call 704-991-0370. That's the Stanley Community College Foundation at 991-0370, 991-0370.
Your success begins with us at Stanley Community College. SEC has been ranked #1 best community college in North Carolina and the 11th best online community college in the nation. SEC is the only North Carolina community college that uses Canvas, which has a mobile app. We have low-cost tuition, personal attention, highly qualified faculty, and financial aid. Registration is now open and classes start May 18th. Register online, in person, or by phone.
What am I going to learn?
Students will learn to perform diagnostic testing, treatments, and management of patients with heart and lung diseases. They will master skills in patient assessment and treatment of cardiopulmonary diseases. These skills include ventilator management and monitoring, drug administration, and treatment of patients of all ages.
What are my career choices?
Employment opportunities include a wide variety of health-related areas, including hospitals, clinics, skilled nursing care facilities, home care agencies, rehabilitation centers, industrial and educational institutions. Graduates are eligible to take the entry-level certification exam from the National Board of Respiratory Care.
Why Stanley Community College?
At Stanley Community College, we feel that college is not the ultimate destination. It's a place of discoveries that equips you with knowledge and skills to journey on toward a rewarding and successful future. Call us today to schedule a campus tour or visit us at stanley.edu to learn more. Stanley Community College, we are changing lives.
The Associate in Arts and Associate in Science degrees are fully transferable degrees at SCC. The University Transfer Program can be your bridge to North Carolina universities and most private colleges. The Associate in Arts degree is the right choice for future education, social science, liberal art majors, or for a professional school that requires a strong critical thinking and essential skills background. In most cases, if a student wishes to attend a university, the Associate in Arts degree is the best degree to pursue. The Associate in Science degree is the best choice for future engineering, math, science, or technical majors. Some university-bound nursing students may also wish to pursue an Associate in Science degree. Our advisors and faculty care about your success and are ready to help you achieve your dreams.
Why Stanley Community College?
Here at Stanley Community College, we feel that college is not the ultimate destination. It's a place of discovery that equips you with knowledge and skills to journey on to a rewarding, successful future. Call us today to schedule a campus tour or visit us online to learn more. At Stanley Community College, we're changing lives.
What am I going to learn?
Students will learn consumable and non-consumable electrode welding and cutting processes. Courses may include math, print reading, metallurgy, welding inspection, and destructive and non-destructive testing, providing the student with industry standard skills developed through the classroom training and practical application.
What are my career choices?
This degree prepares individuals for employment as entry-level technicians in welding and metalworking industries. Career opportunities also exist in construction, manufacturing, fabrication, sales, quality control, supervision, and welding-related self-employment.
Why Stanley Community College?
At Stanley Community College, we feel that college is not the ultimate destination. It's a place of discoveries that equips you with knowledge and skills to journey on toward a rewarding and successful future. Call us today to schedule a campus tour or visit us at stanley.edu to learn more. Stanley Community College, we are changing lives.
We're back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Charles Curcio, Stanley News and Press, Brian Carter, Carter Video Services, just about ready to kick off the second half here. North Stanley leading Forest Hills 22-6.
As the sun sets and gets dark over here. Lovely night.
Quickly, some halftime stats. Forest Hills, 11 carries, 38 net rushing yards. North Stanley, 23 carries, 90 net yards. 102 yards through the air combined between McDougal and Evan Green. Luke Shaver is 9 of 15 for 171 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Hogan leads with 47 yards on 2 carries with the touchdown. And, of course, Clay Hatley's interception return was huge in this game, making it 15-6. And North Stanley honestly got a little fortunate on that drive at the end of the first half. The punt should have set up the Jackets in in great field position, but it didn't. Now a high kickoff, and two Comets run into one another. Lucas ran into Curry Dykes. You got to be careful there. So the Comets will take over 1st and 10 at the 37. But the penalty stats, 8 penalties, 90 yards against the Comets, 4 penalties, 40 yards against the Jackets. 261 net yards for North, 140 for the Jackets. Another penalty marker is down as Barber gets tackled after a gain of about 7 or 8.
Yeah,
but let's see what the penalty is.
It's Luke Jackson on the tackle for the Yellow Jackets.
But let's see what the, I think, indication looks like. It might be against North Stanley.
That's the indication.
It's it's a illegal formation in this case against North Stanley. So it wipes out an 8-yard run by Barber basically, and will make it 1st and 15. That's the 9th penalty. That's now 85 yards in penalties.
False start. Back them up 5. 1st and 15.
So it'll be 1st and 15 now. Comets leading 22-6, but penalties have been a real bugaboo tonight for the home team. Barber on 1st and 15. One arm. What a play that time by Aiden Smith. He had one arm, he was one-handed. He was being blocked and still was able to get a hand on Christian Barber and slow him up long enough to allow some of his teammates to help out. A heck of a play by the sophomore D end. Gain of 3 will bring up 2nd down and 12. North Stanley under center now. Something we haven't seen quite as much of in recent years. Barber off the right side, maybe a couple more.
Yeah, playing it very conservatively.
Forest Hills has been able to keep the running game for North Stanley for the most part contained. It's been the passing game where North Stanley has done much of their damage offensively. Back to the original line of scrimmage now on 3rd and 10. 3 wide receivers, I formation. Play action. Rolling out, looking for Hogan. Hogan makes another move, and he's got the catch. 1st down, and even more in the midst. 5 or 6 Yellow Jackets down to the 25.
Wow, Hogan right on point.
And he had to come back to the ball a little bit and just was in amongst 5 different. Yeah, he made one other move. He made a little move at the very last second to the outside, which is what got him open, and turns into a 38-yard pass play. Lined up in the slot this time is Hogan on the near side on 1st down. Barber off the right side. He's got a 1st down and more down the sideline. Reaches out for the pylon. I think he's just going to be a couple of yards short.
Just a little short. Great effort. Great effort.
So it'll be 1st and goal from the 1, and all things being equal, I think we all know who might be getting the ball on this next carry.
Let's see. Who could that be?
Yeah, who could it be? Working from the Ike formation. The fullback is number 7, Aiden Carpenter. And now Shaver has a little something back just to say too. 1st and goal now from the 3. Carpenter gets the give on the dive. He's going to be short.
Yeah. Number 53 in there for the Yellow Jackets to stop him.
That's Smith again on the stop, Aiden Smith. gain of about a yard for Carpenter. You know, in the days of Antonio Williams and Cam Davis, we saw a lot of I formation, you know, out of the Comets because it helped to get those two standout running backs some room to run.
Starting to be many years ago.
Williams now with the Buffalo Bills. Barber straight up the middle, leans forward, still going. And they're going to put him just short. So it'll make 3rd and goal from probably about the half-foot line. Clock continuing to run, as you can see. Shaver fakes it, and he is going to take it in himself. Touchdown, North Stanley Comets.
So I'll just take it in myself.
Touchdown, North Stanley.
A line drive kick, and it is good.
8:10 left, 3rd quarter. North Stanley out comfortably now, 29-6.
Brings your score now, North.
And we're back with Stanley County Monday Night Football. Score 29-6 in the 3rd quarter in favor of the Comets. And we're getting ready for the kickoff.
North Stanley in control of this game. A little short squib kick taken by one of the upbacks at the 35. Down at the 40, a flag comes flying in. We'll see what the penalty is about.
Definitely a penalty-ridden game, Charles.
There's been a lot of penalties in this game. You are correct about that.
There are flags on the play.
And that's against the Yellow Jackets.
So they'll be holding against Forest Hills. So it'll back him up to the 30-yard line.
Forest Hill starts 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Starting quarterback is back in. Gives to Stafford, who has his legs taken out from underneath him, but he leans forward for a couple. Bring up 2nd down and 7. I don't think, Brian, it can be stated enough how big Clay Hatley's interception return was earlier in this game. He was 8-6 at that point. The Jackets were driving deep, and that just flipped the script. And then not giving up that punt also was a big play in that first half. Straight up the middle, 1st down and a whole lot more. The freshman across the 50 down to the 43-yard line. That's Jordan Bennett. And there are no flags down this time.
And Hudson, how do you like that? You know, number 70 helping out Hudson with his jersey.
Now that's just the good spirit, and the good sportsmanship that you see out there. And I think, like we've said many times, I think everybody on that football field is just glad to be out there and be able to play.
Oh, yeah, that was nice to see. I got a good close-up of that.
1st and 10 for the Jackets, now 7:10 left. Trailing 29-6. Stafford, and does he hit Cooper Hogan? Just leveled him at the 35. He got 7 yards, but he paid for it in the end. And that was just the irresistible force, meaning the immovable object.
I mean, that was a tremendous hit by Hogan.
Jackets have 63 yards in this game on the ground on 14 carries, averaging 4.5 per carry. Respectable, but not big numbers. Bennett tries to spin his way down to a first down, and he's... I think he's pretty close, maybe about a yard short.
Jordan Bennett, the ball carrier. Tackle made by number 8, Josh Lucas.
Well, we have an injured Comet. It's number 50, but he's getting up. Well, he got the wind knocked out of him.
It'll be 3rd down and 1. I'm sorry, I was trying to get our stats to update correctly.
Do the numerous things you do here for Monday Night Football.
18 things simultaneously. And that's Tyree Lilly, the 5'11", 215-pound junior lineman. And it looks like he may have just gotten, as you say, the wind knocked out of him. The Jackets facing 3rd and short, 23-point deficit. I think we're going to get a measurement. I thought he was closer than that. Did the lineman put up 3 for 3rd down, but I thought it was a little closer than that.
I thought it looked like the way they marked it was like a yard short.
Well, they may have marked it short, but I didn't think he was short. And he got it by the nose of the football.
And with this new camera,
yes, he did.
We can get that.
The nose of the football. I don't think he got as good a spot as he could have on that play, but he got enough just by the nose of the football. One nostril, maybe, of the football.
The skin of his chinny chin chin.
Well, it gives the Jackets a little break here. 1st and 10 now, inside Comet territory at the 33. The Jackets need points, though, and they need them fairly quickly. There's 18 minutes of football left to be played, but fakes the pitch, instead gives to Bennett. Bennett will get down to the 30, only a gain of about a yard that time.
Ball carrier number 34, Jordan Bennett. Tackle made by
And now it looks like Ross Smith is going off with a limp, the freshman wideout, and he's going to be replaced. McDougal is back in at quarterback. Looks like 2nd down and about 8 now, with the ball resting just shy of the 30-yard line. 5:24 to play.
Wideouts to the right.
Looking near side's got one-on-one coverage, looking for Blakeney. He's got him for a touchdown.
Wow.
Just excellent. A question of too much height and an absolutely perfect strike right past Harris. I don't think Stephen Harris could have played that one any better.
No.
I really don't. Because that was a perfectly thrown ball to Blakeney for a 31-yard touchdown. So with 5 minutes
Yellow Jackets are on the move.
and 13 seconds left, we'll see if the Jackets go for 2. It's a 17-point. It's 17 points at this point. And they are going for it, going for 2. Leans forward. He got it. Bennett is in for the 2-point conversion. 5:13 left, 3rd quarter. North Stanley 29, Forest Hills 14. Back on Stanley County, Monday Night Football, Charles Curcio, Brian Carter, 29-14. Jackets got points. I said they needed points fast, and they got them fast. Now they need to get the ball back and get a couple of stops if they want to keep this game close. Dykes will take the kickoff at the 35. Tries to change fields and is going to get tripped up around the 41.
Ball carrier number 3, Kyrie Dykes.
So a 34-yard touchdown pass from Jaden McDougal to number 15, Jamylan Blakeney. All 6'7" of him.
He's still growing.
He's a senior. He's a senior, and this is his first year playing football. So let's see how the Comets respond, Brian. And I think we have a timeout.
Yeah.
And we'll take one as well and be back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. The timeout we had was actually for one of the officials who looked like he was suffering from a little dehydration possibly. It's a very warm day and it's sort of cooled off. Comets now 1st and 10. A little play action for Shaver. He's looking for Stephon Harris. Harris is behind the defender. He's got it. It's a foot race to the end zone. He's gone. Touchdown, North Stanley Comets.
No flags.
59-yard. Make that an even 60-yard touchdown.
That'll make the highlight reel.
Stephon Harris.
A little dance there at the end.
Touchdown.
And that extends the lead for the Comets, 35-14, pending the extra point here.
And Harris got behind his defender. And then check that. It's a 60-yard touchdown. 4 minutes and 58 seconds left. Comets immediately answer. Extra point is up. And it's good. 4:58 left in the third quarter. 36-14. Comets back up by 22.
Brings you a score now.
Back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Barfield for the, that took a strange bounce. Will be taken at the 12-yard line. Somebody got laid out on the near side. And now huge collision around the 28. That was the oddest kickoff return. The ball just sort of rolled, then it just bounced up in the air like it was, like it was Aussie rules football. And he returned it out to the 28.
Tackled down at the 29-yard line where the Forest Hills will take over 1st and 10.
First and 10 now for the Jackets. Looking to the near side. It's complete to the slot receiver down to the 34.
Taking
that
down
was
by number 42.
Dakota Potter on the reception and Clay Hatley on the tackle.
Ball carry number 19, Dakota Potter. Brought down.
Gain of 6 will bring up 2nd down and 4. And just as the Jackets had gotten some momentum, Brian, one quick strike. And the Comets back up 22 points. And now Shaver is over the 200-yard mark now. It's 11 of 17, well over it, 269 yards. Near sideline complete to Blakeney. Blakeney's got a 1st down, avoiding tacklers, and then gets hit late out of bounds, and that will be targeted as McCall hit him late, and that'll be an extra 15 right at the 50-yard line.
Wow.
But
they'll get you a 1st down every time.
But that was what was so most impressive about it as well, Brian, was the idea that Blakeney just kept making the same 3 guys miss. It looks like they looked like they were having it looked like a dance of some sort. They were just like I go this way, you go this way, yeah. So I mean, just a tremendous effort on his part.
Yeah,
so they'll mark it. It was actually at the Forest Hills 58 because they'll mark it at down to the Comet 37, and it will be a 1st down for the Jackets.
They would not go quietly in this good night.
Not yet. Still plenty of football left to be played. Comets blitz this time. Oh, that ball is deflected, and a penalty marker. That may be against Hatley, 42. the only receiver that was out there was Luke Jackson, number 4, and the ball got deflected. So I wonder if the flag gets waved off because of it. It doesn't. Well, now that, see, they're calling pass interference against North Stanley, but my only point is, if the ball was deflected, does that not negate?
I would think so. I would think
maybe
so.
Maybe it wasn't deflected. So nonetheless.
Well, another break for the Yellow Jackets.
And it'll be another first down. This one will mark the ball down to the 22-yard line. It should. And that's where it is. Some complaints from some of the Comet faithful in front of us. Looking again, McDougal is looking the same way to Blakeney. This time it is knocked away.
Yeah.
Nice play that time by Stephon Harris. You know, it's
knocked it out of his hands.
It's hardly fair for a 6-foot DB to have to defend a 6'7" receiver. It's one of those things like you saw many times in the NFL. Terrell Owens, you know, one of the taller receivers in the history of the game, and he could just go. Most defensive backs were not that height, and it's just too easy to throw the ball up there and let him go get it. And I have a feeling you're going to see that. You're going to see Blakeney targeted again in this. In several times again in this game, if he's getting one-on-one coverage. That time it was double coverage. And now Barber is moving over to cover the slot man. The motion, though, gets rid of that coverage. Now looking deep, he's got a man over the shoulder. He had
out of reach.
He had Dakota Potter open. He just made a little move and got free back there. I think it was Lucas on the coverage back there. We'll bring up third down.
Pass was intended for Dakota Potter. Defending for the Comets was number 8, Josh Lucas.
Third and 10 now for the Jackets. McDougal gives to the up back, and that's going nowhere. Jordan Bennett got maybe back to the I think he actually lost yards back to the 25. He lost 3 yards on that play. But down these many points and that close to it, you know that the Jackets have to go for it. McCall with another tackle. He's been big in this game defensively for the Comets.
Down to 3 minutes 15 left in the third quarter.
Still a lot of time left. 4th and 12 now for the Jackets. Little pressure from the outside. Throws, and it's incomplete. McCall had a shot at it, but the pass was behind Washington, and the Comets will take over.
Well, they'll end that drive.
3:04 left on the clock in this third quarter. Comets leading 36-14 and get the stop. Three wide receivers to the far side for the Comets on 1st and 10 from the 36. Excuse me, from the 24. Dykes this time straight up the middle, makes some moves. He's got a first down and a whole lot more. And he's still chugging down to the 47.
Wow, what a shifty move.
Dykes, your ball carrier.
A 23-yard gain that time. And North Stanley needed a big gain there, I think, just to get their momentum going. They scored very quickly on their last drive. I think Shaver has to be getting near a career high passing yards, but this time Dykes has another first down to the Jackets 39.
And the Comets are on the move. Another first down, stop the clock with 2:27 left to go in the third.
Brought down by number 30, Efren Deese.
North Stanley is their numbers are starting to go up on the ground. 157 yards on 31 carries. Dykes now leads the way with 53 yards on 9 carries. Back to the shotgun or pistol set, if you will. Shaver out of bounds at the 35 or so.
Yeah, it looks like the Comets are moving at will.
They'll mark it at the 35, gain of 4 to bring up second down and 6. Once again, though, that was a bootleg the whole way. That wasn't a scramble.
Yeah.
North Stanley, you can see now that they've got the lead, are trying to run some clock here, even after scoring that high snap this time. Shaver picks it up.
Need to throw it away.
He throws it, and it's incomplete, and he had a receiver within about inside. Oh, and a flag comes down.
That might.
But there was a receiver.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were going to call intentional grounding.
Caleb Udi was the wideout, and he was standing right there.
And you hear the jeers from the Comet faithful.
If this is intentional grounding, I would argue this one just because, and they will wave it off.
Okay.
Only because there was a receiver in the area. And the
fans were none too happy with that.
Yeah, very, very much so.
Flags were picked up.
So what would have been third down and a lot is just third down and 6. So a heads-up play by Shaver to at least throw a knuckleball towards
we would have lost tons of
Caleb
yardage.
Udi's sort of general vicinity. Back to the I formation this time. Going to throw out of it. Straight back. He's under pressure again. Now tosses this one incomplete, looking for Dykes, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Pass was incomplete. Intended for number 3, Kyrie Dykes.
So the Jackets get the stop with 1:50. It looks like Lucas is coming out to punt the football, or is he?
Let's see.
Well, it was a little, maybe just a slight hesitation there about which team was going out. It's the punt team.
I'm going to try to pin them deep.
North Stanley can afford to play a field position game, leading 36-14. And we have a whistles before then, and I believe it's either an illegal formation or a false start against North.
False start on the Comets. Back them up 5.
So in case you're wondering, that's the 12th penalty of game against the Comets for 130 yards.
They're going to be discussing that next week.
Jackets, yeah, and they will be. And this is the last game of the regular season. They'll be discussing that in the playoffs. Good job by Cam Smith to down the punt at the 12.
At the 12, yeah.
So North Stanley has done a good job of keeping Forest Hills deep with punts, pinned deep with punts in this game. And with 1:41 left, the Jackets facing a long 88 yards in front of them, trailing 36-14. And once again, they need to score and score quickly if they want to stay in this game. The Jackets 2-4 on the season. The Comets, of course, undefeated at 5-0. Bennett, and he is hit immediately by the North Stanley's number 57, Malik Bryant.
Jordan Bennett, the ball carrier.
No gain on the play, and maybe they'll give him a yard to bring up second and 9.
Malik Bryant.
So North Stanley, this is their final season as a 1A school. They're going back to the 2A classification next year. New conference as well, so they're leaving the current alignment of the Yadkin Valley Conference with a conference championship, which they earned last week in the win against North Moore. Wants to throw. He's got a man open, and just a little ahead of him. Washington had nothing but green grass in front of him.
He could have trotted to the end zone.
Pass is incomplete. Intended receiver, number 7, Christian Washington.
So to bring up 3rd and 9. Clock is stopped now, as you can see, with 53.8 seconds left. Looking to throw again, a little screen pass to Bennett. He gets it to Bennett. Got some blockers in front of him. Ooh, I think he's got a first down. He does. He didn't have it initially, but that last second effort got him the first down.
That'll move the chains.
He'll mark the ball at the 20, about the 22, 23-yard line. That last effort got the first down.
Tackle made by number 28, Christian Barber.
Jackets with a long uphill climb at this point. North Stanley Malik Bryan again just missed getting a tackle in the backfield. And this instead, Stafford is going to go down after a gain of maybe a yard.
Did you see how McCall
no gain on the play
in on the runner, like he was ahead of him? Like
he certainly did. That's what the Comets are doing right now as we reach the end of the third quarter. They are taking care of business, leading Forest Hills 36-14 on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Back on Stanley County Monday Night Football, Charles Curcio, Stanley News and Press, Brian Carter, Carter Video Services. 2nd and 10 now for the Jackets at the 22. Looking to pass, and that is picked off at the 43-yard line by Cam Smith, and he will go out of bounds. Ooh, he only just about took that one to the house. Got tackled right at the 10-yard line.
Pass was intercepted by number 24, Cam Smith.
And I don't know if it was my imagination or something, but it looked like everybody froze on the field, not believing that.
I was trying to keep up where the ball was.
So with 11 minutes, 48 seconds left in the game, Comets get the turnover and are poised to put more points on the board. And again, as we said, this is the Jackets had come into this game against North Stanley, having won the last 17 matchups in a row. The last win coming in 2012. But this would end that streak, and the Jackets are 22-5 lifetime against North Stanley. And if the score should hold, North Stanley is about to get their 6th win ever in school history over the Jackets. Barber around the left side, going to get about 5, maybe 7 yards.
I'm sure the Comets at this point want to milk that clock.
They'll mark it at the 5 and it'll bring up 2nd down and 3. Barber again.
Tackled by a plethora.
He didn't.
Yellow Jackets.
He lost yardage this time. Back to the 10.
Loss on the play. Brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd and 7 now. 10:35 left. Shaver back to throw. Looking for Roach or Udi. Instead tucks it under his arm, leans forward, and no signal. Now we have a signal. Touchdown, North Stanley Comets.
Luke Shaver on the touchdown.
$10 minutes and 18 seconds.
It's like the Mr. Shaver show.
Luke Shaver has done a lot in this game. 2 touchdowns on the ground. And he now has, he's 11 of 19, 269 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception through the air. Kick is up. And that kick is good by about 1.5 miles.
The point after attempt by Mac Barfield is good.
We'll be back on Stanley County Monday Night Football.
North Stanley Comets for.
Yep.
And we're back with Stanley County Monday Night Football. Comets lead 43-14. 10:18 to go in the last part of this contest.
And well on their way to a victory, Brian. This kick still, just he thought it was going to roll into the end zone, and then it didn't.
Oh.
And the Jackets are going to be pinned deep.
Big time tackle by Mr. McCall, 26.
Ball carrier number 6, Ross Smith.
And mark it about the 11.
Made by number 26, Isaiah McCall.
And Shaver's had a heck of a game on the ground, 53 yards, 10 carries, 2 touchdowns. Barber also with a rushing touchdown. But I will still contend that this game was very much in doubt when Clay Hatley's long interception return, and then that followed by the Hogan touchdown reception, just turn matters very quickly in this game.
But the Yellow Jackets were in this for a long time.
They certainly were. Bennett will get to the 20. Gain of about 9.
34, Jordan Bennett.
And of course, by the time folks will be seeing this, we will already know the playoff matchups for football because they're supposed to be released tomorrow. So all I could say is check the snaponline.com because I know that I'll have something on there when those are released tomorrow. And we will see, surely, of course, that West Stanley and North Stanley have both made the playoffs, and we will see what those matchups are going to be. First down and a whole lot more, this time for Stafford. Stafford around the end, and he's going to go down around the 44. And he was about 1 tackler away from breaking it.
And who was in on that? On the tackle? Hogan.
Certainly saved a touchdown. They'll mark him out of bounds actually at the 42. It's a gain of 22 yards that time.
If you notice, Charles, it's like people know, Hogan has got the dirtiest uniform on there
I think just about every week he has. It's very much true.
He ought to do like a Tide commercial or something, you know.
Here's another pass looking for Blakeney. He got it. Is he inbounds? Yes, he is. What a catch at the 34 of the Comets.
Circus catch.
How did he keep his feet in bounds?
It looked like to me he was out of bounds, but
terrific play.
The officials got their eyes on the field.
They're right there at it. 25-yard gain. Stops the clock with 8:53. Jackets certainly not giving up at this point. Trailing by 29 points. Bennett straight up the middle. Ooh, gets around a couple of Comet defenders.
Nice
Good
run.
gain of about 8 yards that time.
Stopped by number 52.
That's Zion Good.
Jordan Bennett, the ball carrier, tackle made by number 52.
Gain of about 9. And a face mask
to boot
against North Stanley. A 5-yard incidental will make it a first down.
So the Yellow Jackets knocking on the door here. 8:43 to go.
After a penalty step off,
It'll be 1st and 10.
Forest Hills will take over at the
And we have a timeout called by North Stanley. We'll take one and be back on Stanley County Monday Night Football.
timeout, North Stanley.
Back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Jackets 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line of the Comets. Looking over the middle, incomplete. Just a little too tall for Ross Smith that time.
Pass is incomplete. Intended for number 6.
Got to give the Jackets credit. Certainly not giving up or giving any quarter at this point. Just still playing every play. Throws to the near side this time, and they look like they were on the different pages there.
Yeah.
As Washington cut in and the throw went out. And now a penalty against the Jackets. Did not see what that one was.
Ineligible downfield on Forest Hills. Backs them up.
So an ineligible receiver.
15.
Second and 15. Oh, then almost picked off that time. Cam Smith hit him right between the 2 and the 4.
It was almost a pick.
I think he was surprised that the ball got there. I don't think he was anticipating it.
Pass is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
So the Jackets have had to go very pass heavy. In case you're wondering, North Stanley just picked up that penalty recently. They now have 13 penalties for 135 yards. McDougal is now 5 of 15, through the air. As a team, the Jackets are 8 of 20. He got hit hard that time. Pass was incomplete.
Wow.
And he took a wallop.
Pass is incomplete.
He's coming out.
Christian Washington.
And he does come out of the game, and I suspect we'll see Evan Green come in.
Well, he's just getting some.
Oh, no, he was coming back in. Okay, I thought he was going out because of the hit.
4th and 15.
Yeah, I followed that hip, Charles.
Clock running with 8 minutes left.
Heavy.
Yeah. It was a mighty wallop. And now they will stop the clock. The officials are talking something over. I think that they may have to reset the clock because it had stopped. It should have stopped after the incompleted pass. And that might be what the conversation is right now.
Either that or get some dinner after the game or something like that.
It's not what it is. No.
Well, let's see. I think we have a timeout here, Charles.
Okay, timeout taken by the Jackets. We'll take it as well. 7:50 left in regulation. Back on Stanley County Monday Night Football, 4th and 15. Facing the Jackets, 7 minutes, 50 seconds left. They've reset the clock, put 10 seconds back on it. Looking to throw. He's got a man. Touchdown. Forest Hills.
There we go.
Complete to number 19, Dakota Potter. So a 24-yard touchdown. And with 7:44 left, extra point could make this 43-21. And I'm just curious, I'm going to, for my own edification, the most points that North Stanley has given up this year in a game was 15 points to Northmore in the first week of the season. So this is the most points the Comets have given up this season. Errant for the point after. High snap. Kick is up. That's deflected. Did it get through? It did. It is good. 7:44 left in the game. North Stanley leads 43-20. Back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Wonder if we're going to see an onside kick here just for entertainment's sake. 43-21 is the score. It's a 22-point differential. Stranger things have happened.
I'm impressed with the Forest Hills.
It's straight up in the air, and the Jackets, that ball is live.
That
is live. Did the Jackets get it?
I think they did. No. There's no signal yet.
There's no signal. The Jackets came up with the football. I know that.
Yeah.
But and this is an interesting.
There's
really wish we could see the replay on this one. Everybody watching on YouTube, you can go run back and look at it. Very interesting.
I have no.
A very long discussion about this because this game is still not over yet. It's obviously North Stanley has the advantage, but
and how long have we been sitting at 7 minutes 44
stranger
seconds?
Things have happened. And it was a perfectly kicked ball just up there, and he points towards Forest Hills. They are going to say that it did go 10 yards, and the Jackets get the football. They will mark the ball at the, where's the ball going to be? That's what I think at the 41 of the Comets. And now the North Stanley fans, you can hear a little anxiety in their voice.
They're not liking what they're seeing.
No, they're not. And the Jackets have proved in this game that they can put points on the board, and they've done it quickly.
It would be an amazing comeback.
It would be one of the
best. I mean,
Do you remember back in the 70s and 80s, the Alcoa Fantastic Finishes? They used to show those on the broadcast of the NFL, and it was always John Facenda, the voice of God, or I forget the other used to do them, somebody else, but very famous voices. But they would always show them at the 2-minute warning of NFL games, and it was these terrific, amazing comebacks. And
you remember with the Frank Reich?
Absolutely, of course.
That comeback.
Yeah, that's definitely counts. Houston Oilers fans don't like to think about that particular game, I'm sure. Leading, I believe it was 35-3, and then losing 41-38, if my memory serves. The Jacket fans are making some noise, and so are the Comet fans. Suddenly, I think this just became a ball game.
Wow.
Never mind what the score is. So here we go. The Jackets have the ball, 1st and 10 at the Comet 41. McDougal wants to throw, loads it up. He's got Washington, and I think Washington broke the wrong way. He was breaking across, and he's still down, and Cooper Hogan gave him a little dap there, just Washington is maybe hurt, and he cut one way, but then his leg, it looked like something just gave in his leg. And I wasn't sure that if he was trying, and that ball just zinged past. Mm-hmm. Once again, just like Evan Green's 92-mile-an-hour two-seam fastball we saw in the first half. McDougal's throw there had a vapor trail. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Charles Curcio, Stanley News and Press. Brian Carter, Carter Video Services. Full coverage will be on the snaponline.com as soon as I can make a quick fast food trip on my way back to working to get it done.
The work day
and
is
by
not
the
done.
time everybody will be seeing this, they can go read the story by that point. McDougal again looking for it all. He's got a man open this time and just overthrew him. Oh, if Ross Smith had kept running, he had nothing. He had the ball and green grass in front of him.
6 points written
He had
all
6
over.
points written on that one. So to bring up 3rd down and 10, and you could see the Jackets going for the jugular, trying to score and score quickly. And the first pass wasn't quite as open, but he was open on that one. He just cut off his route a little short. Jackson will go in motion. Oh, blitz from the right side. It's a screen pass incomplete through the hands of Ahmad Stafford. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, the Comets were in hot pursuit.
McDougal's pass is incomplete. Brings up 4th and 10.
North Stanley did something on the right side of the line, though, and they had so much pressure in on that play. So 4th down and 10. Here we go. Let's see if the Comets looks like they're going to go back in pass coverage. They will rush 4. McDougal goes for it all and through the hands, double covered that time. And Hogan was right there along with, I think it was Junior Hill, yes, number 34. They're looking for Blakeney. So with 7 minutes, 19 seconds left, the Comets, while the ultimate game decision of the game may not have been completely in doubt, the Jackets getting that, they had some momentum going.
Oh, yeah.
They were, at the very least, trying to make the score a little closer. So you've got to admire the fight Forest Hills brought to this game tonight.
They are not giving up.
Dykes will be the ball carrier. Yes, he will be the ball carrier, and he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage and maybe got back to it.
Yeah, big number 8, the Yellow Jackets. Stop
Yellow Jackets. That's number 8, Evan Green on the tackle. Linebacker and also as I understand, a very talented pitcher on the Jackets baseball squad. Baseball season coming up starting the 26th, I believe. I think it's end of the month.
That's where you're transitioning from football to baseball. Huh?
This whole season has been weird. Dykes on around the right side. Look out. One man to beat does not get past Stafford. Stafford saved a touchdown right there. A gain of 14 and a first down, and North Stanley can milk this clock down. 6.5 minutes left.
I'm sure they're going to be taking that time clock all the way down.
So North Stanley will be at home next week. We don't know who their opponent will be yet as we're taping this, but we will have that information on the Stanley News and Press website, thesnaponline.com. As soon as I can get it on there Saturday. This pass is at the feet of Shue. We'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
There's a flag down again.
And we can also say at this point in the evening that we know the final score. Mount Pleasant won the Rocky River tonight with a 19-13 win over West Stanley. However, the Colts will also be in the playoffs, and with their record of 4-1, I think they may be at home as well. So We may have 2 home playoff games. Holding against the Jackets. That's interesting. Had a plethora of penalties.
Oh, it's been
in this particular
penalty-ridden game
contest. It moves the ball. Now, wait a second. The ball is at the 35. The first down marker is at the 35. It can't be first down and 6 millimeters. What does that not mean? The move that the chains move. You move the chains. Yes, now they will move the chains. I'm beginning to wonder. See, when you get to be my age, you wonder these things like, did I really see that? You know, isn't this what's supposed to happen? And if it's like it's no, it's like, uh-oh. That's not good. So first and 10, and now we have another penalty. I think the wide receiver might have moved. A false start. Make it 1st and 15.
I can't remember a game we've had this many penalties.
It's been a very long time. I think a very, very long time since we've seen this many penalties in a game. 14 penalties, 140 yards against the Comets, 7 penalties, 65 yards against the Jackets. Dykes will get back the penalty yardage there with a 5-yard gain. I'll bring up 2nd down and 10 with 5:15 to play. North just running out the clock. A couple of players getting some time in the game now. I see number 10, Isaiah Barbie, lining up at wide receiver, a senior for the Comets. And the backup quarterback is in as well. That's number 4, Chance Blake. So a gain of about 3 will bring up 3rd down and 7. North Stanley taking as much time off the play clock as they can. Comets will move to 6-0 on the season. Oh, bad snap. Dykes, I don't think he got it back. I think the Jackets may have it. We'll see.
No, I think
Curry got knocked away from it, but the quarterback.
Number four got it back.
Yeah, Blake got the recovery.
Brings up 4th and 11.
All right, here, Charles. I mean, wouldn't you just?
It's a punting situation there.
Yeah,
North's
they want to eat
gonna,
up the clock, you know.
Well, North's just going to punt the football away. So, like we said, North Stanley moves to 6-0 and 4-0 in the conference with the win. That's going to go in the end zone. That's one of those times that it had top spin as opposed to back spin.
Yeah.
And that goes for a touchback.
Come back out to the 20, where Forest Hills will take over 1st and 10.
3 minutes, 27 seconds remaining. We do anticipate, Brian, you said that you do anticipate that we will have a playoff game next week.
That's correct, sir.
So we will determine that at some point, and we will see you somewhere next week. Barrett, fumble on the play. Picks up his own fumble and is going to lose about 8 yards.
Did not get out of bounds, so the clock will continue to run with 3:10 to go.
Regains his own fumble. Stephon Harris on the tackle.
So it's a loss of about 8. Brings up second down and 18 in the final 3 minutes. We won't do our post game as we said, but as we haven't done this season. But I'd have to give the nod right at this moment. I'd have to give the nod to Isaiah McCall, has been everywhere defensively.
It's hard.
And and I would give it to Clay Hatley and Luke Shaver as well, though.
Yeah,
Shaver's just been amazing in this game.
Yeah.
And so 3rd and 20 now. But North Stanley, it's a short season, playing 6 games, 6 out of the 7 they could play, win them all. It'll be interesting when we look back to see how this particular season will compare to other seasons for North Stanley, because they've never finished a regular season undefeated, even if it is a short one. A penalty marker, strangely enough, we haven't seen any penalties all night. Another penalty marker comes flying in.
Funny.
Not funny, and Stafford, the ball carrier.
Well, the clock continues to run.
I thought there
was a penalty.
Maybe they may have picked that one up.
Yeah. I think we've had our share of penalties tonight.
90 seconds left, and North Stanley not even in position really to return the punt. And I believe they're going to have to call timeout, and they did. We'll take one and be back with the final minute. Back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Aaron, will be kicking, will punt this one, and looks like number 9 was back deep. It goes off the side of the foot, and it's going to be rolled dead at the 34.
Yeah, 53.4 seconds to go in this contest.
And North Stanley can just take 2 knees and be done. So like we say, though, Comets go to 6-0. End a 17-game losing streak as a school to Forest Hills.
Well, you wonder how it bodes for the upcoming season.
Well, they will. North Stanley will be one of 4 number 1 seeds. I know that, and they'll be ranked 1 through 4. So they're guaranteed a home game. And so Blake takes a knee. Yeah, so they're guaranteed a home game. It's just gonna. The playoffs are 1 round shorter this year as well. So
it'd be interesting if they're at home throughout.
Yep, victory formation indeed. And that is going to do it for us. North Stanley finishes the regular season undefeated, 6-0 overall. Last week winning the Rocky River Conference, this year finishing with an undefeated record. With the playoffs looming next week, we will see you in the postseason. For my partner, Brian Carter of Carter Video Services, I'm Charles Curcio. I will see you next week somewhere in the postseason. He's Brian Carter. I am Charles Curcio again, and we are Stanley County Monday Night Football.
Football is a 20th century technological struggle.
And what I seen was this whole raft of people a-setting on these 2 banks and looking at one another across this pretty little green cow pasture.
Football has hitting, clipping, spearing, blocking, piling on, late hitting, unnecessary roughness, and personal fouls.